Well, hi everyone. I thought I would pop in and do a video because several of my classes have asked me what type of video games I'm playing these days, so I thought I would show you one of my favorites. I don't get a lot of time to play, but when I do, I tend to pop onto here. Uh, the game's called Oxygen Not Included, and it's quite fun. Um, I'm going to start a new game because honestly, my last one was I kind of got to the point where I couldn't progress much anymore. So I'm going to start over while learning new skills so that I can go back to that world in the future and maybe improve it. So I'm going to play the classic game versus the spaced out content because this is what I want to practice. And I usually just let it create all its own kind of randomized world for me. I don't choose it. I let it choose for me, partly because I can't be bothered, partly because I kind of like trying something new every time. I'm not very good. I think I've gotten to like 192 days. The game's rated, or I almost said graded. We don't grade games, but it's you go by how many days you survive, right? It's a survival game, and it's just so cute. And so I thought I'd play a few minutes so that people can get a better understanding of the games I play. So, because I play a few games like this, I get to choose my three guys, and unless they're really my three starter guys, and unless they're really, really bad, I just kind of keep them. So I take a quick peek. Oh, immune to food poisoning, that's good. Uh, Ooh, that's not increased decor. That's good. Ooh, that one's good too. But I always look at the stress reaction because if they're destructive, I don't tend to keep them because if they get really stressed out, they start breaking things, and I don't like that. So this looks pretty good to me. So we'll keep all those guys. They're called duplicates. So you'll get many who are named the same and look the same. And you know, my game sounds are still a bit loud, so I'm going to turn them down in just a second. So this is just saying we've crashed on this planet and we're now stuck in the middle of the planet and we are trying to get our way out. Sorry about that. There we go. That's better. Sometimes they can get a little loud. Oh, we can zoom right on in on these little guys, and they're kind of fun. So in the world, we have some resources we need to collect. This little ore here is producing oxygen, so that'll tide us over for a little bit. We obviously need water, so that's important. This one we won't start digging into yet because it will drown us, essentially. And then we just kind of take a peek around. There's some food up there. We start with a little stash of food. And because there was some form of civilization on this planet previous, we can discover different things. But we need to start by digging. So we're just going to start digging a hole. These guys do little laser digging. And in the meantime, now we can start building stuff. We will get our outhouses because they will pee themselves if you're not careful. So you really want to make sure that you are taking that into consideration. And we're going to build a wash basin because they can get sick. And then we also need to build beds because they don't really like to sleep on the ground. So those are kind of the first things we need to do right off the bat. And if we can get rooms set up at the same time, that is even better. But usually that doesn't happen the first day or two. Having a room just allows them to be happier, essentially. They like privacy. I realized already this isn't a really good setup. It's kind of a junky place to start the world. Lots of water, though. I like that. Sometimes water can be hard to come by. However, what we're going to do is I'm going to change my mind here, and I'm going to cancel these builds. And I'm going to build something else. I'm going to pop them up on the second level. Let's build a second level here. We'll go up. For now, we'll leave the ground as grounds. In a little bit, I'll replace it with tile. But we'll just do this. So this type of game I really tend to enjoy because it's kind of survival based. As you can see, it's very cute, like cutely drawn, even though there's some very minor combat. They sometimes have to fight kind of passive creatures in their world. It's still just all around cute and fun. And that's really what I like to play, is cute and fun games. It's not the only type of game I've played, but it's definitely what I tend to like to do more often. But I also really like it because it's quite challenging. If I was to continue this, and I might continue the series for a few days, you'll see that it really is quite hard to keep your duplicates alive. You need to manage your oxygen, you need to manage your food, the temperature, the number of bathrooms you have, your ventilation, your plumbing. You essentially need to look at all of these things. So your electricity, your temperature, well, this is just overlay. What spaces are lit up. Some duplicates like light to sleep, some don't. Plumbing, ventilation, decor, germs. Right now I'm pretty germ-free. Farming, because there's farming you can do, both of plants and animals. Then there's rooms you can create, and then ultimately radiation. So there's all sorts of components you need to keep in mind when you are playing. Just gives me something to think about, but it's so relaxing. Like, you just kind of sit here and get a whole bunch of tasks going, and then you watch your guys and you check on their vitals. Everybody's good because it's the first day. You can check how much everybody's eaten or what food is available for people to eat. You can arrange the schedule so that you can have different people working at different times. You can adjust their priorities. So some duplicants will do certain activities first. They have skill trees you need to manage. You can do research. And then ultimately, you can explore other planets. You can build rocket ships and automate your production of resources, and then you can go explore the world. So it's really very involved when you start getting deeper and deeper into the game. And you know what? They come up with good content, and seems like a pretty small studio. I also play their other games, Don't Starve, and then the sequel, or the kind of addition to that game, which is Don't Starve Together. I play those games as well, and they're also based day by day, and also like you try to survive each day, and there's also a lot of things to manage. It's also very cute, a different art style, but still quite cute. So here now my guys have nothing to do. I haven't given them enough tasks, so now they just sit around like dopes and don't do anything until I tell them to do more stuff. So we're gonna start building some rooms because they like rooms. Makes them happy, so we add doors and walls and ceilings. Because a happy duplicant is a healthy duplicant. It's kind of nice though that some of the natural surroundings, I don't have to be replacing the dirt with tile. It would be okay. They work as walls as well. But this way we got some using the bathroom there. Some are eating. That guy's just sitting there eating in the bathroom because, you know, it's what they do. So they kind of talk to each other and they like wave, and she didn't like the food she ate. She's still hungry, so she ate more. You have to clean out your outhouses. You know, there's just all sorts of things to do in this game. And so that's about the length of one day. So now they're getting ready, they're going to bed. Good, she's washing her hands. And sometimes you get a duplicate that snores, and they don't like to, other people don't like to sleep near them because they snore all the time. Sometimes duplicates fart a lot and little puffs of green gas, and other people make stinky faces, and people don't like to be around them either. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of a cutie little game, but it can be very punishing. So thank you. I just wanted a quick show. So this is the type of game I play. You know what I will do is I will show you my larger world while I'm here. So what I'll do is save this. I'm going to load. This was my last one. Let's see here. Yeah, this one will work. Okay, load game. See, they just are so happy and smiling. I'm a sucker for happy and smiling. Or maybe it won't load. Oh, there it goes. So when you start the game in an existing world, it's always paused. So this game, I have 29 duplicates working in quite a large base. It's not overly well managed. That's why I stopped. Oh, this guy's gonna... No, stop. He's gonna totally, like, pour water everywhere. Okay. So, yeah, so I have all sorts of machines now. I've made it all the way up to the surface, and I've started building rockets, spacesuits. People are harvesting the natural materials. Unfortunately, the breathability is not very good, and that's what I'm struggling with. I can't keep enough oxygen generation to keep them like super happy the whole time. So some are stressed out, but I got like different types of materials and beds and machines, and yeah, it kind of goes all the way down. I can also go to other planets in this one. I've already established a base on another planet, so it's kind of interesting. It gets quite elaborate. Found a whole bunch of old ruins. Got to manage my storage. Like all video games, storage management is always a hassle. Somewhere around here, I have a robot vacuum that picks up my storage, picks up stuff off the ground and puts it into storage for me. But this guy, if I look in here, they're holding their breath while running because the oxygen level is really bad. And so she's actually losing health. So she needs to find a place that has better oxygen. That's why I stopped this one. So I'm going to pause it. And if I get better ideas, then I'll come back and see if I can't resurrect this world. But that's it. That's the type of game I'm playing. I know I suggested to all my classes that over spring break they should take some time to play. Play anything, do something playful. And that is what I'm doing with this video game this little bit this week. So just thought I would share what I was doing. Thanks.